intimidated, but it's okay.
All right, guys. Trevion Williams. Brian, once again, lead us off.
Hey, Trey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. I just want to talk to you, first of all, just about kind of your offseason. And, Purdue's going to ask a lot of you this year. I'm sure you're going to want to be able to play more minutes at a high level than probably you ever have before. Just how prepared are you for that? What all went into your offseason in that sense, preparing for that?
It's been very important for me. I kind of had to set myself aside and kind of realize, how much my role means to this team. And, I've been constantly working on my game, working on my body, and it's been paying off for me. So,
do you feel like you're where you need to be now, or is it still a work in progress for you?
With different quarantines and all these different breaks, just with COVID in general, it's hard to kind of get in the rhythm. But I'm trying to get back into it. So I'm making progress.
Can you put any sort of measures on it, like weight or any sort of measures for stamina, anything like that?
Are you saying like goals?
Yeah, like
goal weight.
Is there any way you can quantify kind of the gains you've made from a physical perspective, from a conditioning perspective, from a stamina perspective, anything like that?
Well, most of my workouts, in the off season have been consistent of just running and getting up and down the floor.
Mm-hmm. I
think, with quickness comes better defense, and everything kind of comes together. I think a goal weight for me probably be 255, 260, somewhere around there. And, I'm working towards that. So,
this feels like kind of your time. Do you kind of approach things that way, that you're a guy that, Purdue's going to build around and you have to sort of raise your level in accordance?
Yes. Like I said, I have to set myself aside and kind of realize, how important my role is. And but at the end of the day, it's not about me.
Mm-hmm.
It's about Purdue winning, and that's really all I care about. So, like I said, we're going to keep pushing, we're going to keep working, and I think we're going to be all right.
You made some comments toward the end of last year about how you realized how aggressive you need to be. Did you learn anything from kind of last season that you take into this season?
Well, you kind of know what's coming. This is going on my third year. I know most of the guys in the league, and, they're tough guys. Any given night, somebody can have a big game or somebody can win a game against a top team. You just never know. And, they've raised the stakes, and, everybody's good in our league. So you just got to be ready and come out to play.
It's just the last thing I want to ask you. Can you just kind of tell us a little bit about Zach from what you've seen from him so far?
I think he's going to be good. He's having a little trouble, kind of catching on the plays and stuff like that. But that's normal for a freshman. I had trouble myself coming in, and that's going to happen. But, I'm trying my best to kind of put him in the best position. I'm challenging him every day in practice, because I want him to play. So,
just actually one other thing I want to ask you, do you feel pressure to be on the floor as much as you can be, whether that's foul trouble, whether that's conditioning, whatever else, until the guys behind you have kind of proven themselves?
I don't feel too much pressure. I know what's coming. I know what to expect, and I know how many minutes I have to play in order for us to, or be able to play, in order for us to kind of function and, kind of get going. Like I said, my role is big this year, and we don't have any seniors.
Mm-hmm.
So, us juniors have to kind of buckle down and, take this team on our own and kind of build the rest of the guys up and kind of get them going. So,
I'm good. Thank you, Trey.
Thank you.
Mike, go ahead.
Hi, Trevion. Mike Carmen, Lafayette Journal and Courier. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. How close are you to your weight? You mentioned 255. How close are you to that right now?
Well, we've had some recent breaks, and I've been going up and down, but I'm about 10 pounds away, and I'm slowly getting there. And I kind of want to be consistent with that, just getting better eating habits, and I'm working towards it. So,
I mean, you mentioned the breaks, and whether it be COVID related or other reasons, but how challenging has that been to get to your ideal weight when you've had some of these breaks and you've had to fight through some of those things?
It's very challenging. You kind of just sitting in your room in quarantine, and you have nothing to do. You can't access to anything, no gym, no nothing. Like it's tough, and all you can do is just kind of sit there and feed yourself. So, you know, I've been trying to stay in contact with, you know, with my trainers and stuff like that to kind of do stuff at home and keep me going because I really don't have any room to take any steps back. So,
You know, ideally, how many minutes would you like to see yourself on the floor this year? Foul problems and other things withstanding.
That's all up to Coach Payne. You know, I can play 30 minutes a game, or I can play 15. It just depends on what game and, you know, what's best for Purdue. It's not about minutes. It's not about points for me. It's whatever coach thinks, and it's about Purdue winning. So,
just you've gone against Zach a lot in the workouts. Just can you kind of describe just how big he is and the challenges that he presents to you, and then the potential challenges he's going to present to teams that you guys play?
Well, just with me, you know, he's been helping me a lot with just finishing around the rim. You know, he's a big dude, 7'3", long guy. He blocks almost everything in practice. So he definitely makes it tough for me, and you know, I'm trying to make him better as far as learning plays and just getting in the rhythm. And I think, you know, he's going to give other teams problems just with his length. You know, he's similar to Matt Harms, a little stronger, a little bigger. And I think he's a little more aggressive. So I think we're going to be okay.
Did you, you know, through the course of the summer, the last 6-7 months, did you ever have any doubts that you guys would arrive at the point that you're at now, where you actually are officially practicing and just kind of dealing with those emotions the last few months of just trying to reach this point?
Yeah, man, it's been tough. You know, I've been keeping in contact with, you know, family members. My mom has been doing a really good job of keeping me, you know, level-headed and always thinking positive. Because I had with everything going on, like I had no hope that, you know, we would even have a season. You know, stuff was getting canceled back to back, and it was just a lot going on. And you know, I stayed in prayer, and like I said, I've stayed talking to family members, and you know, they kept me positive about the situation. So, you know, we're here now, so all I can do is kind of take advantage of it and kind of roll with it. So,
thank you.
Kevin, go ahead.
Trevion, your ability to rebound the basketball, where does it come from? Do you think it's physicality, determination, film study? Let's talk a little bit about maybe your rebounding ability and where it comes from in your mind.
I think it's, for me, you know, I like the physical side of things, and you know, growing up playing basketball, you know, I wanted to be a point guard, and you know, somebody had to kind of sit me down and say, like, it's not for everybody, and they told me you have to want to do the things that people don't want to do, and people don't want to play defense, people don't want to go rebound the ball, everybody wants to score, and you know, I found that one thing that kind of separates me and is helping me make a name for myself, so I'm going to continue with it.
Yeah. I think when I talked to you last year, you talked a lot about, you know, working with inner city youth in Chicago. Did the pandemic kind of derail that this year? Did you get a chance to still go back and do some things with kids?
I haven't been able to. I've tried to do a couple things here in Lafayette, you know, going to preschools and reading to children, whatever the case may be. But I have not been able to go home just for, you know, COVID's sake. So it's been tough, and I don't want to get any of my family members sick. So I've been kind of being safe about the situation, and I've just been here, just working out and trying to do as much as I can.
What do you get out of working, you know, with kids and being able, you know, you said you still did it in Lafayette, so obviously it means a lot to you.
Yeah, that's kind of my passion, just working with kids. You know, I enjoy you know, watching them grow up. I think it's interesting to kind of watch them grow into adult. And, you know, me growing up, like, I didn't have all the necessary resources to put me in his best position. So I kind of want to just give back and, you know, with everything that I've been taught. So, and it makes me feel good about myself. So.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Hey,
Andrew,
Trevion.
you got
Yeah,
one.
just one from me. Eric mentioned that the coaches are on him about being more vocal. How have you seen him improve as a leader over the last year?
You know, we've been talking a lot, just us amongst each other, and you know, I've been trying my best to kind of get him going, and we're trying to do a better job as a team, just kind of picking each other up. You know, whether that's me, I could be having a bad day. I come to practice, I'll tell Eric, like, yo, I need some energy. I need you to pick me up today. And that's been like continuous with like throughout all the guys, and we've done a great job of doing that. And Eric realizes, you know, how big of a role he has to play on this team to kind of get us going. So he's doing a great job of it. I'm trying to get to the point where I can help him, you know, be consistent with it, because he does get really quiet at times, and it hurts us. And he knows that, but it's something he's working on, and you know, we're going to be fine.
Do you feel like you need to be more of a leader this year?
Definitely. I don't think we need to have any like leader, but I think that, you know, we all should, you know, kind of put each other good and kind of hold each other accountable.
Thanks, bud.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we got to get Trey to practice. So, Trey, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.